So now I'm basically taking my heat gun. Now I know I have adhesive promoter here, and I've got this locked in already, so I can move toward an open area all the way around this emblem. So I'm gonna kind of get the air moving, air flowing, and I'm pushing with a blue towel wrapped around a squeegee. So as I'm pushing, it's also soaking up any water that's in here. So putting that adhesive promoter, I'm not fighting this finger that wants to keep popping back up in this area. So if I have a air pocket or whatever, I use my fingernail to just kind of brush against it. But that all sat down, and now I'm gonna just, I'm not heating up the material, I'm just moving air around. So all the water soaked into here. So normally I will, in my towel, move to the next dry spot. I've got this bottom edge, I've got this valley here, and now I'm just coming across with the squeegee, soaking up excess, and that adhesive promoter makes it just sit right down. So I've essentially trapped air in here in my explanation. Wasn't putting enough pressure, so I'm just going back to press that out, and I was able to, using the normal side of the squeegee, push that out. So all good. So everything around here is good, and then the rest of it that you'll find, the adhesive promoter pen will make those areas stick very well. So just like that hood, I'm trying to get the film to essentially get to the point where it's touching the area that I've hit with the adhesive promoter pen and not going all the way over. I want to make sure that if I have any water around the edge, I want to be able to have a loose material to lift it back up, spray solution underneath, and push it down. So me getting the film to touch the area where I put that pen, kind of come in here, Patrick, you can see how I've bent the film into a sort of a 90 degree, and I realize everything looks good. So then I will just finish wrapping this edge. There's a specific way you'll want to make sure that you come at it where you don't ever have to lift this up, because quite frankly, there just isn't a way to grab an edge over here. It's too difficult. So you have to commit, even if you create a finger on the inside, you have to know when to press. The only area that, in my opinion, that's difficult to get around, that you want to gradually move over, is right in here. Sometimes I'll make a relief cut so that there's nothing right here. But I was able to get that in one piece. Everything is smooth on the back side. So the same way that I'm approaching this area here, I'm trying to get this excess fingers. So I could have moved this excess, I could have gotten rid of these excess fingers if I'd stretched this area more. Problem with that is this would have been out of alignment. So I'm trying to get these fingers down to where that material wants to touch that adhesive promoter around the edge. So as it's getting closer, I'm just putting a lot of pressure with my thumb till that material or the adhesive touches the adhesive promoter. So you can see that just kind of massaging that edge. I don't want to trap any water pocket on that edge, but you can see as soon as it touches, it just wants to stay down. If you don't have adhesive promoter, you'll realize you're spending an awful lot of time doing edge work. So because I'm not putting it everywhere and I'm only putting it in specific areas, you're minimizing, if you ever had to pull back the material, you're not caught in a bad situation. But essentially I would go around and do the same thing. So around this whole fender, so you see here, I've trapped water right here. because it's trapped between around this tacked area and a little bit that it touched the adhesive promoter. So now that I have this loose material, I can lift up, shoot that solution out. You can see how it kind of splattered through, and that gave me the opportunity to release. So now that I've seen everything that I want to see, everything's laid down correctly, then I'll come in here using that same technique. I can use my fingers to push down, having a towel to soak up any solution, or a squeegee, whatever's easiest. But with the combination of adhesive promoter, blue towel wrapped around green squeegee, it should be pretty straightforward, and you'll accelerate your time into the finish work.